So good morning to all. So Pranjali has joined Chandana, Shruti Sharma. So all of you joined your live class. Siddhika Hemante Anshu sir. Okay, Soumya Soni. So just waiting for a minute, okay? Then I'll start. So already the story from the reader book already this weathering the storm in summer. This has been taught to you, so I'll be revising. So many students have some doubt in that. So we'll be revising that story once more. Okay, we'll just go through it. So quickly join your live class. So am I audible to you? Okay, Anushka. So weathering the storm in Ersema, that story, I think Sandhya Mulchandani had some doubt regarding this that story, and the child is not in live class. Sabari Dote, I think Sandhya Mulchandani is absent. So have you all understood that story, Siddhika? Do you have understood the story? Weathering the storm in Ersama. That story, have you understood or not? How many of you have understood it? Riddhi, okay, understood. So I'll be just quickly revising that story. See, that particular story, it gives you an account of the storm that hit the coastal town of Ersama in Odisha state. And the year also is mentioned 1999. So I will remember, I was a student of 10th. Okay, I was studying in 10th standard that time in 1999. So I know this, I have already witnessed it. The super cyclone, it hit the coastal town of Ersama in Odisha state in the year 1999. So actually, I'm happy to see that particular story, and that is from my state only. And this is a true story. And in that particular coastal town of Ersama, see, just I think 10 to 12 kilometers away, there was a village, and one boy's the name of a boy is mentioned here, the young boy Prasant, who faced the fury of the storm and finally reaching his village. The details of how he worked hard to help the villagers overcome the devastation, especially caused by the storm, really it inspires us to have courage and a positive approach towards life. See, don't expect any superficial question which will be reflected in your question paper. because some of the value-based questions can also be given. So what the lesson is teaching? See, every lesson and poem, even if you are reading a very silly poem also, still it has a great impact, or it can impart you a great lesson, some moral you can get. So this lesson also is giving you a strong message. Let us see the story in detail. Let me check how many expensive. So Prasad was a young boy of 19 years. One nine, 19 years. Okay. So Prasant, the main character of that story is Prasant, and he is a very young boy of 19 years of age. And there is one village which was situated in the coastal state of Odisha, coastal belt, and the village name is Kalikuda. Clear? And he belongs to that village. So during that devastation, during that super cyclone, he had lost his mother. Sorry, before 7 years ago only he had lost his mother. So he had lost his mother 7 years ago. Sainaji. So he had lost his mother 7 years ago on 27 October 1909 when he was visiting a friend in Ersama, the nearby town. A super cyclone hit the area, and there was large scale devastation, complete destruction. You will see the cyclone has taken away everything. People have suffered a lot, and especially no doubt I belong to I'm belonging, normally I'm telling you, uh, I belong to eastern part. So my part during that cyclone it was not so deeply affected, but to some extent it was affected also, but not in extreme condition. But the coastal belt, that area, large scale devastation you can witness. The gusty winds and rains, it continued for 2 days over there. With the rain, with the wind, the rain also, it continued. And Prasad and other friends, they remained on the rooftop of the house and survived on the tender coconuts sorry, from the coconut trees that had fallen on the roof. And as the rain stopped, Prasad left for his home as if he feared that the worst of his family, because he was away from his family. So as soon as the rain stopped, Prasad left for his home and he feared that the worst for his family, and he took a stick to help him find the road because everything, see, everywhere you will see water. The rain poured incessantly. So everywhere up to your waist you can see what the level of water. So he took a stick to help him find the road, and at times he had to swim also through the flood waters. And on the way, he met two friends and their uncle, and the group moved together. They came across dead bodies of human beings, carcasses, dead body, okay, and animals which floated with the current. And as they crossed villages, not even a single house could be seen. So Prasad house also was shattered too, and he saw the belongings hanging on the branches of the tree. And he wept He started crying as he felt that he had lost his beloved, his own members, family members. He went to the Red Cross shelter in search of his family. The rescue operation is going on over there. And he visited the Red Cross Society, the Red Cross shelter, in search of his family. And there, Prasanth met his maternal grandmother, and she was very happy to see him alive, as they had not expected that Prasant would have survived the storm. And Prasant saw a crowd of 2,500 people at the shelter, and many had almost lost their families in the disaster. And they all were grief stricken. And the catastrophe, this particular meaning, it can come in your uh, like that. Sometimes see, when we are giving you the paraphrase, suppose if I just give you one paraphrase from the story, and some questions will be there. So you might be asked, find the antonym from the above passage or synonym. Okay, so you have to understand the devastation. Okay, so it has taken everything. For the last 2 days, they all had survived on coconuts, but they were running out of stock. And Prasam, being a teenager, he took control of the situation. He formed a group also with some elderly people and younger people. And they all forced the merchant to give them the stock of rice and were successful also. And after 4 days, the crowd ate a meal. Then the group of volunteers they cleaned the shelter and tended also to the injured people. And one very interesting thing also in the story you can note, already we have gone through it. So I think you will remember this, how the group of volunteers they are cleaning the shelter and tending the people to the injured people over there. And Prasant, they're engaged the widows to work in the NGO named Hood for Work. So already I think it is mentioned in the storybook. So you can see it. He also engaged the children by arranging sports matches for them. And the volunteers managed to set up foster families comprising of the widows, orphan children, and lone men who would form a family and support each other. With almost all the family members, I think most of the families they have lost their own members over there. So like this, Prasam overcame his plight and learned to smile even in the face of adversities. So what? So can anyone tell me what the message actually are you getting from the story? So already in detail, line by line, we have gone through in previous days. So I taught you the text also. I think 2 months back. So can anyone tell me? Let me put up some questions to you. So Arnab, what sort of message are you getting from the story? Arnab Pinge. Yes, Hirak Tiwari, what sort of message are you finding in the story? Who can tell me? No one. See, there is a proverb in English that all should remember it. You just apply the meaning also in your practical life. The more you suffer, the more your life will purify, isn't it? So, are you getting my point? The more you suffer, the more your life will purify. You see the nature of Prasant, and he must be an exemplary figure for all of you. How he overcame the grief, and he learned to smile even in the face of adversities. So life is full of ups and downs. So if any adversities, if it comes in your life, you learn to change it with a smile. You learn to face it with a smile. Then only you will become the real hero. As Prasant proved himself the real hero in the story. So in your text, it is given that on 27th October 1999, 7 years after Prasant, after his mother's death, where Prasant had gone? Prasant had gone to the block headquarters of Ersama, a small town in coastal Orissa, near about 18 kilometers away from his village, to spend the day with a friend. He had never expected that the super cyclone it will hit. In the evening, a dark and menacing storm quickly gathered, and wind started beating against the houses with a speed, at a very lightning speed, you can say, that Prasant had never witnessed before. Heavy and incessant rain that filled the darkness. So many ancient trees, the trees which stood before, they all were uprooted and crashed to the earth. So this is from the text. Okay. So if we discuss the text here, then the first paragraph, if you have the textbook, you can refer the textbook. So Prasant is a native of a village in the coastal state of Odisha, and on 27th October 1999, he was on a visit to a friend in Ersama. That is a small town in Odisha, and you can see also a block headquarter in Jagatpura district. And Kalikuda, that village, Prasant belongs to that village. So that village was at a distance of 18 kilometers from Ersama, from that town. And he had already lost his mother 7 years ago. And that day he was not present at home. He was with his friend. He went over there to spend a day with his friend. So that day only, that strong storm gathered in the evening, and furious wind accompanied by the continuous rain. And you know after that the consequence, what happened over there. All over, all around, you will see a screaming going on. People are shouting a lot. Screams could be heard as trees are getting uprooted. The buildings are being destroyed. The water, it flowed with gauze and swept away houses that came in its way. Every year you can witness. I don't know. You must be getting it through news also that the coastal belt of Odisha almost every year affected by flood. In the eastern part, that is affected by drought. So I think it is a very simple story. So nothing to discuss much in it. So you all have understood it. So already once, I think Sandhya Mulichandani was asking that story was not taught, but 2 months before only the story was taught to you. So you can just go through the YouTube channel also when the story was told to you and discussed. And one more thing, make it confirmed that those students who are attending live classes only will be given very good marks, and don't expect that whatever I'm teaching to you, the same thing can also be reflected in your question paper. So it can be a sort of advantage for all of you, especially the students who are attending live class. Regularly, if you are attending live class, then you get an opportunity or you can avail of. So it can be any grammar portion whenever I am teaching you any passage or like reporting a dialogue in indirect speech or any tense form or any user models. So exactly whatever I am teaching, the same thing can also be given. So if you are attending every day on everyday basis, then you will develop the opportunity. Otherwise, you will miss out it. So you take care of this one. Sambhavi, Dayal, have you gone through the story, Sambhavi? How many students have already read the story after I taught you? And see, I'm going to check all of your notebooks till this date. Whatever the lessons, poems, even grammar, writing, reading, whatever we have discussed. So I was about to check your paper, but unfortunately, the school again it remained closed. But I think that after 10 to 15 days, again there is possibility that you are again visiting the school or coming to school physically. So that time you all have to submit your notebooks. The very first day only I'll be collecting. So you take care it and complete all the lessons and points. In case any incomplete work if I find, then you will be out of classroom. Remember this, all the students. Now some students are relaxing, they are at a very comfortable zone. They might be expecting that the corona should go on for more 2 years. So at home we can cheat and write and can good marks and can get score good marks. So it will not happen. So tomorrow onwards, see, I'm not going to discuss these all story and poems and other things because see, already we have discussed it. So tomorrow onwards, only writing and grammar portion we'll discuss. So I'll start from your factual description. Tomorrow onwards, I'll show you more questions and we'll practice. Okay. So any doubt, anything else? So I'm noting the absentees here, and see, I can send their parents also personally. I'll text them, I'll message them, and you'll give me the reason of your absence. Yes, Arya Tapase. Arya Tapase, any doubt regarding that story? So you start revising one by one all lessons and poems, and if you have any doubt anywhere, then you just text me, sir. Tomorrow you discuss that particular poem or anything. So you text me. Otherwise, see, I'm not going to touch a literature portion. Thoroughly will revise the grammar portion, whatever you have in your syllabus, and writing portion. Then I'll come back to the reading comprehension part through OBS. I'll show you that PPT. Okay, we'll solve that reading comprehension part. Okay. So tomorrow we'll do one thing. I'll show you. We'll start from reading. Okay. Then I'll come back to writing, then grammar. So tomorrow onwards, 2 3 days we'll go on practicing reading portion, because when MCQ is given, then some of the students are not able to understand and just putting tick mark over the wrong option also, because you are not so much clear about the passage. So how to read the passage and how to find answer, we'll see it, because the passage, discursive passage, which is given to you, it comprises, I think, more than 400 words. So a very lengthy passage is very difficult to read out. Okay, so that part I'll take care. Reading comprehension will start, and all I'm requesting you all to be present in live class, where I'm noting it very seriously, and accordingly will be given the feedback also. So take care of this and join. Okay, so tomorrow onwards, the complete week I'll go on practicing on. We'll have practice on reading section. Means Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Complete reading section. So I'll show you different passages and how to solve it. I'll show you how to find the answer, and how to select the vocabulary, means antonym, synonym, whatever it comes. Okay. So thank you very much, all of you. And tomorrow onwards, see, any child remains absent, then you think that every day 1 mark you are losing. I'll take it very seriously. Complete mark I'll deduct. And if you don't score good percentage, if you don't have, then in 10th standard, you'll get a different section. So remember this and come prepared accordingly. So all of you should join compulsorily. Okay. So thank you very much. Because it was a story, so I didn't take much headache today, because already the story is taught to you. So tomorrow onwards, be serious, because I am going to touch the very important portion, reading section. 2 3 days I'll go on practicing. Okay, we'll have a better practice on that, because most of you, I think, we have not practiced it yet. Okay, so thank you very much for joining today's class.